is to have courage to think differently, courage to invent, to travel the unexpected path, courage to discover the impossible, and to conquer the problems and succeed. With this small note, I pay my humble homage to our founder president, Dr. Punjab Rao Alais Bhausaheb Deshmukh and Rashtra Sant Tukaroji Maharaj. Before I start, I seek permission of the chair to begin the proceeding.
Yes, madam, please continue.
President of the event, Honorable Principal, Professor M.P. Dhore, sir, Honorable Vice Principal, Professor G.R. HR, sir, today's program coordinator, Professor S.W. Anwane, sir, students, faculty members. Once again, I welcome you all to Student Induction Program. Now I request Professor S.W. Anwane, sir, to give brief introduction about SIP. So, sir, please proceed.
Good morning to one and all. I remember the great Maratha warrior Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and pay my humble homage to the founder president of Sri Shivaji Education, Dr. Punjab Rao Deshmukh, principal of our college, Professor Mahendra Dhore, my colleagues and fellow teachers, and newly admitted students. I, Dr. S.W. Anwane, convener of this student induction program, welcome you all to this esteemed college of Nagpur. I would like to congratulate you all for choosing Shivaji Science College for undertaking further studies. Everybody here, we all are focused on you students. You are at a very important time in your life. You are living your childhood and moving towards adulthood. You are in the cusp between childhood and adulthood. These 3 years, childhood to adulthood. It is very important epoch in your life. The things, friends, habits that you make, all are now going to go forward with you in entire your life. I will take a pause and ask you a question. What do you want? This is a $1 million question for all newcomers. All that we want. We all want to be successful. And what does that mean? Everyone wants a job. Everyone wants to do good research in possible best institution. Everyone has got an aspiration to do something in his or her life. Success can take any form. Each of one, you probably have your own path to success. So what is important is that what do you want? I'm again back to the question, what do you want? And today I'm going to leave you with this question, what you want. Without the first question, what do I really want to do? Nothing can happen. One thing that is common, which we all strive towards, is success. And this success goes hand in hand with happiness. The answer to the question, what do you want? It's fundamental happiness. Ultimately, we all want to be happy. It all means that we must have money earned through some legitimate source of income with respect and honor. And few more things, this and that, it may vary from person to person. But we really want to be happy, that is our goal. We are not parting away from this goal throughout our life, that we want to be happy. If you look around and see many people, you will find how many of you will find happy. Probably that is less in number. And the question is, what makes you happy? You will find this happiness elusive. Not many people are happy. They are successful. They may have a lot of money, but they may not be happy. So what is the purpose and what we are doing? These are very important questions. It's important to understand how you will be happy, and the answer varies from person to person. It's important to understand how you will be happy. If you are happy, you are going to be successful. This is a formula to success. I'm repeating that. If you are happy, then you are going to be successful. If you are not happy, no matter what you do, you are not going to be successful. There's only one responsibility that you have in your life, that is to be happy, nothing else. But this happiness must be real happiness. I'm coming to the point now. This happiness must be real happiness. This happiness must be authentic happiness. But happiness is not easy, you all will agree with me. What are the components of happiness? What makes us happy? Professor Martin Seligman from the University of Pennsylvania has written a book on authentic happiness. And this outcome of his is 20 years research. In this book, he has proposed 5 paths to happiness, which I'm going to define for you today. The first point is positive feeling. Whenever you are doing some activity, that should give you positive feeling. The activity which is not giving you positive feeling, you should stop. So the first point is positive feeling. Second is to be engaged. You should be engaged in the activities or some or few activities to lose sense of time. That means real engagement. So you should be engaged to the extent that you lose the sense of time. The third and very important point is relationship. As a human being, we need relationships. We can't be happy ourselves, unfortunately, or say fortunately. So you should build good relationship with your parents, with your mother, with your father, brother, sister, friends, and you should go on making wonderful relationships. The fourth point is meaning. You should have some deep meaning about what you are doing, what you are choosing, what you are dealing. And fifth and the last point is accomplishment. This is human desire to accomplish for better and better. So that is a basic intuition that we carry, but this accomplishment should also be for good things. For all these 5 paths, you need an ingredient, that is focus. With this conclusion that you should be focused on 5 points, that is positive feeling, to be engaged, relationships, meaning, and accomplishment, you can lead to real happiness, authentic happiness. Second part I would like to elaborate, that is diverse education system in our country. In the nutshell, we are at a college. You are admitted in the college, Shri Shivaji Education Society, Amravati's Science College, Nagpur. This college is run by Shri Shivaji Education Society, which was founded by the first agriculture minister, late Dr. Punjab Rao Deshmukh, way back in 1931-32. This college is established in 1967. I am third generation teacher working here for past 18 years. Our college is affiliated to RTM Nagpur University, which is autonomous body but bears regulations from University Grants Commission, New Delhi. Soon after the independence, I'm going to tell you some history quickly. Soon after independence, University Education Commission was set up in 1948 under the chairmanship of Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. In 1952, Union government decided that all cases pertaining to allocation of grants and funds to the central and other universities and institutions of higher learning might be referred to University Grants Commission. Consequently, University Grants Commission (UGC) was formally inaugurated in 1953 by late Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, the then Education Minister of India. The UGC, however, formally established in November 1956 as a statutory body of Government of India through an Act of Parliament for coordination, determination, maintenance of standards of university education in India. In the recent past, UGC mentioned in its report, I'm talking about this report which was published in 2017-18. The data is not updated since then by UGC. So I'm presenting the data 3 years, 4 years ago. About 3.5 crore students are undergoing higher education under the umbrella of University Grants Commission. The diverse education to the phenomenal number of students, which is presently more than 3.5 crore, is through 48 central universities, 126 deemed universities, 399 state universities, and 334 state private universities. We, that is you and me, all together in Shivaji Science College, Nagpur, fall under those 339 state universities and kind of semi-government college amongst 7,000 grant-in-aid colleges in the state of Maharashtra against 40,000 colleges in the country. Principal of our college, Professor Mahendra Dhore, will address you in this meeting, and the Vice Chancellor of our university, RTM Nagpur University, is Professor Subhash Chaudhary. Dr. D.P. Singh is Chairman of University Grants Commission, which falls under the Ministry of HRD, that is Human Resource Development, headed by the Cabinet Minister Dharmendra Pradhan in Modi's government. To maintain standards and enhance quality in higher education institutions, NAAC, National Assessment and Accreditation Council, is playing an important role in awarding grades to the colleges. NAAC was formulated in 1994 that works with the vision to make quality as a defining element for higher education. Sorry. NAAC has assessed our college through 3 cycles. In the 3rd cycle, which is running presently from 2017 to 2024, I guess, we are bestowed with A+ grade with CGPA 3.51 on 4-point scales. UGC in its meeting held on 24th of May 2018 approved a 5-point objective known as quality mandate for improving quality in higher education and targeted to achieve that in 2022. Students induction program that we are having today is part of that 5-point mandate. I shall quickly go through the purpose and importance of this SIP. The purpose of SIP is rolling all around students. Students should adjust and feel comfortable in the new environment. SIP is to inculcate ethos, that is characteristic, spirit and culture of the institution among students, to help them bond with other students. And the most important aspect of SIP is to expose themselves to the sense at large, to the sense of purpose at large for self-exploration. I repeat, to expose to the sense of large purpose and self-exploration. The term induction generally used to describe the whole process whereby the incumbent will adjust and acclimatize to the new role in the new environment. This SIP is designed to cover 4 aspects, that is socializing, associating, governing, and experiencing. SAGE, SAGE. Under socializing, students will interact with the peers, other students, with senior students, teachers, and eminent speakers, which is planned as a course in this week. Associating means visiting various departments, observing facilities there, visiting library, observing sports facilities, using them, visiting garden on the campus, and so on. Governing means by understanding rules and regulations and student support system. Experiencing encompasses every stakeholder, all students, teachers, and parents, everyone are the stakeholders should experience the infrastructure on the campus, conducting physical and cultural activities involving students and alumni of the college. Due to COVID-19 situations and the bindings imposed on us, associating and experiencing is restricted for now, unfortunately. But the situation is very hopeful, and a day will come by the end of this year, you will step into this college. I would like to recite or read a couple of definitions of education that you should understand. Education is manifestation. Education is the manifestation of the perfection already in men. Education is the single most important instrument for social and economic transformation. The purpose of education is to understand the reality as it is. You have gone through the school education, and it pertains about to know what is known. The higher education is to generate knowledge and apply knowledge. So this is a point of your concern. In addition to the education going on through schools and colleges, we have parallel education system developed recently. So while undergoing UG program here, you should gain some skill that can propel you through the professional life. To empower skill-based education, the college is running career-oriented courses which will be informed to you during this SIP. MHRD, that is Ministry of Human Resource Development, has initiated a SWAYAM program through various national coordinators that students can undergo and learn beyond the curriculum. NPTEL, National Program for Technology Enhanced Learning, is a project run by 7 IITs where you and me can register and undergo some programs of Indian Institute of Technologies, which is always a dream for individual to learn, to go and learn. MOOCs, massive open online courses like IIT Bombay X, students can note down and search on Google IIT Bombay X, where you can shape your skills and make yourself competent. Coursera and Udemy are international MOOCs, that is massive open online courseware, that provides professional education to students at large. The educational scenario in India and on this earth is undergoing a radical change. You have to adopt the changes and mutate to sell to a successful life. To conclude the speech, I would like to read a nazm by a lyricist Javed Akhtar, who has written his nazm for his daughter Zoya. The metaphor of the poem is roads, and he's guiding you. I'm reciting it. I'm reciting the words of Javed Akhtar to enable you to choose the correct path. ये जीवन एक राह नहीं, एक दो राह है. पहला रास्ता बहुत सरल है, इस रास्ते में कहीं कोई मोड़ नहीं. यह रास्ता दुनिया से बेजोड़ नहीं. इस रास्ते पर मिलते हैं के बंधन. इस रास्ते पर चलने वाले सब सुख पाते हैं, लेकिन टुकड़े टुकड़े होकर सब रिश्तों में बढ़ जाते हैं. अपने पल्ले कुछ नहीं बचता, बचती है बेनाम सी उलझन. बचता है सांसों का ईंधन, जिनमें उनकी अपनी हर पहचान और उनके सारे सपने जल बुझते हैं. इस रास्ते पर चलने वाले खुद को खोकर जग पाते हैं. ऊपर ऊपर तो जीते हैं, अंदर अंदर मर जाते हैं. The second path that I am going to read is recommended by the poet. दूसरा रास्ता बहुत कठिन है. इस रास्ते में कोई किसी के साथ नहीं, कोई सहारा देने वाला हाथ नहीं. इस रास्ते में धूप है कोई छाव नहीं, जहां तसल्ली भीख में दे दे कोई किसी को. इस रास्ते में कोई ऐसा गाँव नहीं. ये उन लोगों का रास्ता है जो खुद अपने तक जाते हैं, अपने आप को जो पाते हैं. तुम इस रास्ते पर ही चलना. मुझे पता है यह रास्ता आसान नहीं है, लेकिन मुझको ये गम भी है, तुमको अब तक क्यों अपनी पहचान नहीं. With these words, I would like to take your leave. Wish you bright future and wonderful learning experience in this college. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for brief information about college, SIP, and additional knowledge. It was really an informative session. Now I request Dr. P.N. Deshmukh, Madam, for introduction of our principal, Professor M.P. Doris. Please, ma'am.
A very warm welcome to all of you. I, Dr. Priyadarshini Deshmukh, Assistant Professor from Chemistry, and I want to meet you all to the most respected and honored person of our institute. And he is none other than Professor M.P. Doris, sir, Principal of our college. So I take a privilege to introduce Sir. Sir has completed his master's in computer science. Sir has more than 25 years of teaching experience at UG and PG level. I would like to mention his area of interest, that is theory of computing, mobile computing, compiler construction, natural language processing, digital image processing, document image analysis, cloud computing, big data analysis, etc. Sir has wide research experience. 5 students awarded PhD degree under his supervision, and the 3 students pursuing PhD. Sir has completed one major research project entitled Study of Various Segmentation Techniques in Document Image Analysis, UGC New Delhi, for rupees 10,96,300. Sir has also completed one minor project, that is Study of Challenges in Big Data Analysis under the University of Research Scheme for rupees 2,95,000. Sir has published 41 papers in international journals, 8 papers in proceeding of international conferences and seminars, and 19 papers in proceeding of national conferences and seminars. Thus, Sir has total 58 research papers at his credit. Sir also presented his research work at 22 international and national conferences and seminars. Moreover, respected Doris sir delivered 23 lectures as invited talk in national, international conferences and seminars. Sir also shouldered the responsibilities of chairperson as well as in many international national conferences. Sir has attended 58 workshop conferences and refresher courses. I would like to mention here, Sir has visited Thailand, Malaysia, and Singapore for academic assessment. Sir has shouldered many responsibilities. Sir is NAC assessor. He is a member of Academic Council, RTM Nagpur University, Nagpur, Academic Council, JB Science College, Wardha. BOS in Board of Studies in Computer Science, RTM and Nagpur University, Nagpur. Sir worked as a member for Board of IT, Information Technology, RTMNU Nagpur. He was a coordinator at RTMNU Nagpur for the Spoke Institutorial project of IIT Bombay. Sir has worked as a member of the Board of Studies in Computer Science, Santa Gadge Baba, Amravati University, Amravati, and JB Science College, Wardha. Sir is on International Editorial Board member with IISEM and also with the membership of various professional memberships like IEEE, Computer Society of IEEE, AIENG, AICSIT, AITE, and ISCA. So, such a learned and an experienced person is head of our institute, and it's a great privilege for all of us. Thank you, sir, for your presence. Now I request Zamarkar madam for the further proceeding of program. Thank you.
Thank you, Deshmukh ma'am. Now I invite Honorable Principal Professor MP Dhore sir for his address. Please, sir.
Thank you, madam. Firstly, I pay my homage to Dr. Panjabrao Allais Bhausaheb Deshmukh, the founder president of Sri Shivaji Education Society, Amravati. I also pay my homage to the great saint Rashtrasanta Tukadoji Maharaj, after whom our Nagpur University is named. Professor S.W. Anwane, convener of this student induction program. The co-conveners, Dr. Mrs. Priyadarshini Deshmukh, Madam, Miss Pushpa Zamarkar, Madam, Vice Principal of the college, Professor G.R. Auchar, sir, all the heads of the departments, all the teaching staff members of UG and PG departments, and most importantly, the main attraction of this student induction program, obviously the newly admitted students of BSc first year and BCA first year of 2021-22. A very good morning to you all. I being the principal of Sri Shivaji Education Society, Amravati Science College, Nagpur, welcome you all in this student induction program. At the same time, I also congratulate you all for seeking admission to the first year undergraduate course of this college. As Professor Anwane, the convener of this student induction program, has already stated the purpose of organizing this student induction program. UGC New Delhi has made it mandatory for all higher education institutions to organize student induction program for the new entrants. Due to the prevailing situation of COVID-19 pandemic, we are forced to organize this event in online mode. As we all know, during the last 1.5 years, we are facing the COVID-19 pandemic situation, which has really disrupted the normal day-to-day life of ours. In order to contain the COVID-19 pandemic, we all are keeping social distancing from each other. For the same reason, the educational institutions are closed down since March 2020. No physical classes are being engaged, and even the examinations of SSC and HSC were cancelled. But even though the educational institutions are physically closed down, the teaching learning process is being carried out in online mode. Thanks to the advancements in the information communication technology facilities. As you all are witnessing, our college has already started the online classes, and many of you are regularly attending the online classes. Dear students, basically this student induction program is held offline in our conference hall of the college. But due to the restrictions imposed by the state government and local administration, we are conducting this program in online mode. We have planned a 5-day long student induction program for you all. For all the 5 days, it will be held from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. That is 2 hours daily. I take this opportunity to thank, congratulate Professor S.W. Anwane, Head Department of Physics and convener of Student Induction Program, and his team for excellent planning of this induction program. During the course of this induction program, all the heads of the departments will be interacting with you. Conveners of various committees and activities will be interacting with you all. A special session will be conducted by the renowned consultant psychologist of Central India, Mr. Raja Akash Sir. A senior police official and a renowned motivational speaker, Dr. Ashok Bagul, will also be interacting with you in this induction program. Dear students, the basic purpose of organizing this student induction program is to help you adjust and feel comfortable in the new environment, to inculcate characteristic spirit and culture of the institute, to help you bond with other students and faculty members, to expose you to a sense of belongingness and self-exploration. As has been already said, the term induction is generally used to describe the whole process, where the incumbent adjusts himself or herself, where the incumbent get to know the new roles and the new environment. This particular induction program aims at making you acquainted with the environment of the college and to connect with fellow students. At this moment, I wish that my students should know about the college and the parent society. In the beginning, I told you all that the Sri Shivaji Education Society Amravati was founded by Dr. Panjabrao Alais Bhausaheb Deshmukh. He was the first Union Agriculture Minister of India in Pandit Nehruji's cabinet. He served as Minister of Agriculture for more than 10 years. He was devoted to the cause of farmers and he did a very valuable work for the farmers. He took keen and active interest in upliftment, progress, and advancement of farmers. He was a leader of masses and a man of action. Dear students, we all know that Bharat Ratna Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar was the architect of Indian Constitution. Dr. Ambedkar was the chairman of the draft committee of Indian Constitution. We feel proud and pride that our founder president of Sri Shivaji Education Society Amravati, Dr. Bhausaheb Deshmukh, was one of the members of the draft committee of Indian Constitution. He has immensely contributed for the emancipation of rural India through pioneering reforms in education, agriculture, and social work. During his lifetime, he worked hard for the welfare and development of farmers. By founding the Sri Shivaji Education Society Amravati, the benefits of higher education has been brought within the reach of the poor students of the Vidarbha region. We all are very fortunate to be a part of this Shivaji Education Society founded by the great educationist, agriculturist, social reformer, Dr. Panjabrao Alais Bhausaheb Deshmukh. So, dear students, as I am saying that my students should know about the college and about the parent society. So, as I have already said, the Sri Shivaji Education Society is founded by Dr. Panjabrao Alais Bhausaheb Deshmukh in the year 1932. He was the first Union Minister of Independent India and member of Draft Committee of Indian Constitution. He was an erudite scholar of Sanskrit, a parliamentarian, an agriculturist, an educationist, and a social reformer. He founded this education society with the noble aim of taking Jnana Ganga, that is knowledge, to the doorsteps of masses in general and underprivileged rural strata and women in particular. This society, having head office at Amravati, offers various courses in all the disciplines such as agriculture, arts, commerce, education, fine arts, law, management, physical education, medicine, nursing, science, engineering and technology. There are more than 300 plus institutions all over Vidarbha, shaping the character and destiny of thousands of youngsters every year. As a matter of fact, Honorable Shri Harshavardhan Deshmukh, sir, President of Shri Shivaji Education Society, is the torch bearer of the ideas propagated by Dr. Panjabrao Alais Bhausaheb Deshmukh. Our parent society is honored with various awards. To name a few, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Dalit Mitra Award in 1993-94 by the government of Maharashtra, Kadge Maharaj Memorial Award in the year 1999-2000 by the government of Maharashtra, Best Administered Society Award by the government of Maharashtra in the year 2000, Maharashtra Nirmata Award by Social, Scientific and Public Literature Society, Parbhani, the Science College Nagpur is one of the 300 plus institutions run by the well-known Sri Shivaji Education Society. Initially, the Science College was housed in the existing Dhanvate National College in the year 1960. It was introduced as a separate science faculty as a part of Dhanvate National College in the year 1960. Later, it was shifted to a new building, that is Block A of our campus, and came into existence as an independent college in the year 1967. 4 years back, we have celebrated the golden jubilee of our college. Now, it is the better known as Sri Shivaji Education Society Amravati Science College, situated at center of Nagpur city, popularly known as Shivaji Science College. The college was accredited with 5-star status grade by National Accreditation, National Assessment and Accreditation Council, Bangalore, in the year 2002. It was the first college to get NAC accredited in the region and having the highest status or the highest grade of 5-star. The college is identified as a college with potential for excellence. We call it as CPE, College with Potential for Excellence, status by UGC New Delhi since 2004. The college was identified for the CPS status for the 3 consecutive terms. That is the phase 1 in 2004, phase 2 in 2009, phase 3 in 2014. The college was then re-accredited as A grade college by NAC Bangalore with CGPA 3.19 in the second cycle in the year 2009. It was again re-accredited and reassessed as A plus grade college with CGPA 3.51 in the year 2017. The college is recognized center for higher learning and a member of Asia Pacific Quality Network, Shanghai. It is affiliated to Rashtrasanta Tukadoji Maharaj, Nagpur University, Nagpur. The college is also identified as a mentor college under the Paramarsh scheme of UGC. Now, when we wish to know the college or we are willing to know about the college, I think my students should be aware of the vision and mission of the college. The vision of the college is to create human resources through quality, societal, progressive, and affordable education. I repeat, the vision of the college is to create human resources through quality, societal, progressive, and affordable education. The mission of the college is to provide students with an environment for all-round development of their intellectual, physical, aesthetic, and social potentials, to discover and develop the academic and intellectual skills of the students, to encourage attitudes of integrity, hard work, honesty, and fairness in students so that they give their best to the society based on human values. To inculcate passion for excellence through information and communication technology, industrial exposures, and scientific projects leading to elevated career profiles and national development. To stimulate the students to perform at the peak of their potential. This is the mission of our college. My dear students, I would like to share with you all some prominent milestones in the progress of the college. As I have already said, the college was established as a science faculty in the Dhanwate National College in the year 1960. In the year 1967, an independent science college came into existence and the college got recognition under 2F and 12B by University Grants Commission, New Delhi. In the year 1973, the construction of the elevated lecture halls of the A block was started. Dear students, now the building which was constructed in the year 1973 has been completely demolished and a new building is coming up on that place. Very soon we'll be having the new building with the state of the art infrastructure having G+7 floors. In the year 1983, the college introduced microbiology and statistics departments. In the year 1984, the college introduced electronics and geology departments. The Department of Computer Science was introduced at UG level in the year 1990. A 1-year post BSc diploma in computer science and applications was introduced in the year 1994 in the Department of Computer Science. A postgraduate course in computer science leading to MSc Computer Science was introduced in the year 1998. Ours is the pioneering college which started postgraduate course in computer science, both the courses MCA, Master in Computer Applications, and MSc in Computer Science. In the year 1997, we started the AICTE approved 3-year master degree course, Master in Computer Applications. As I have already said, the 5-star status was accredited by NAC Bangalore in the year 2002. In the year 2003, the college introduced computer maintenance vocational course in the Department of Electronics. The college was identified as college with potential for excellence for the first phase in the year 2004. The Department of Biotechnology was started in the year 2005. In the same year, the college introduced 2 PG courses, MSc Microbiology, and in the year 2006, the college introduced MSc Chemistry. During the year 2008, the college started a PG diploma in nanotechnology, which was a 1-year postgraduate diploma course offered by our physics department. During the year 2009, we were awarded the CPE Phase 2, College with Potential for Excellence Phase 2. The re-accreditation of the college was done with A grade in the year 2010. During the same year, the college introduced Bachelor in Computer Applications, a UG level course. In the same year, the college received funds from University Grants Commission for the construction of girls' hostel, and the girls' hostel came into existence in the year 2010. During the year 2011, another master degree course, MSc Physics, was introduced. In the subsequent year 2012, MSc Mathematics was introduced, and in the same year, the Department of Chemistry, Department of Microbiology were recognized as a place of higher learning and research. One international conference on mathematical science, ICMS 12, was organized by our college in the year 2012. Dear students, while listing the milestones of the progress of the college, one important aspect of the college is that every year the college organizes an Inspire Camp, which is sponsored by the Department of Science and Technology, New Delhi. Under the aegis of Department of Science and Technology, we organize a 1 week complete residential Inspire Camp for promoting science among the science students who are studying in standard 11 and 12th. Nearly 200 students every year participates in the event, and the Inspire Camp is conducted for 5 to 6 days. Scientists of the nation, laboratories, academicians from IITs, institutes of national importance are invited for delivering lectures and interacting with the participating students of 11th and 12th standards. I feel very proud by sharing with you that this activity of organizing Inspire Camp is a main key activity that we organize in our college every year. And for your information, since the year 2012, we have been consistently organizing Inspire Camp every year till 2019. Almost 8 Inspire Camps have been organized by our college. Due to the pandemic, the sponsorship from the Department of Science and Technology was not granted in the year 2020 and 2021. But we are hopeful once the situation gets normal, again we will be able to host the Inspire Camp for the benefit of the students. In the year 2014, College with Potential for Excellence Phase 3 was granted. In the year 2015, Department of Physics, Mathematics, Computer Science, Botany and Zoology were recognized as a place of higher learning and research leading to the degree of PhD. The Block C was constructed in the year 2016-17. Now, as the operations from the Block A were restricted as per the reports of the architect, the building was not supposed to be under utilization. The Block C was constructed in the year 1617 and the departments which were housed in Block A were all shifted to building Block C, but for the statistics department. The departments of physics, chemistry, botany, zoology are housed in the state-of-the-art Block C building. In the milestones, I can say that we have a list of conferences, national and international conferences which were organized in our college. The college has a tradition of organizing national and international conferences every year. Sometimes we organize more than one conference or two conferences in the academic session. So these were some of the highlights or milestones since the inception of the college. Now, as I have said that in the due course of time, the various departments have been established in the college. Now, being a principal of this college and you all being a newly admitted student of the college, I hope every student of our college should know what various courses our college offers. To begin with, this is a single faculty science college. That means in our college, we run only those courses which fall under science faculty. And we offer two UG courses. One is Bachelor of Science and other is Bachelor of Computer Applications. At the BSc, that is Bachelor of Science, we offer different 12 group combinations, and those different 12 group combinations include PCM, PEM, PCSM, SCSM, CBZ, CBM, CZM, CGM, CBG, CMBT, ECSM, and PCG. Along with these 12 different combinations at BSc, we also have a BCA course. Now for this BSc course, we are having intake of 5 sections, and for BCA course, we are having intake of 1 section. At the PG level, the college offers MSc in chemistry, MSc in microbiology, MSc in computer science, MSc in mathematics, MSc in physics, and the sixth postgraduate course is Master in Computer Applications. This is a 2-year master's degree program recognized by AICTE, New Delhi. All the 5 PG departments are recognized center of higher learning, leading to the degree of PhD. With these UG courses, PG courses, and research degree course in 5 subjects, we offer various career-oriented courses also. The career-oriented courses include floriculture and landscaping, mushroom cultivation, tissue culture, web designing, hydrogeology, wine technology, and mathematical simulation with Maple. So these are the academic courses which are run in our college. The career-oriented courses are run or in collaboration with the Adult and Continuing Education Department of Rashtrasant Tukaroji Maharaj, Nagpur University, Nagpur. Apart from this, we also conduct some their main UG course, that is BSc. The syllabus for these value-added courses is recognized by the Adult and Continuing Education Department of RTM, Nagpur University. A nominal fees is charged for that to meet out the expenses of the teachers who are engaged in teaching the value-added courses. A limited number of seats are allotted for each certificate and diploma course, and the teacher in charge for this value-added courses, skill-based courses, career-oriented courses is Professor A.D. Bobde, who is looking after all these skill-based courses. He is the coordinator of these skill-based courses, and in this particular student induction program, while interacting with you all, he will discuss all the skill-based, discuss the details regarding the skill-based courses and career-oriented courses with you all. Now coming to the facilities available in our college. Now it is said that a college is identified by and I am very proud to say that the Science College Nagpur is having in the reading room of the library is 150 students. The working hours of the library are from 8 to 6 p.m. on all working days. On holidays, based on the demand of the students, we keep the library open for the duration 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. During the exam times, the library is open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. The library is having individual reading room, lounge area for browsing, IT zone for accessing electronic resources, a librarian cabin, and stacking area of almost 125 square meters, and the library is also having 35 computers in the OPEC. That means there is a separate area where in library we are having almost 35 machines. Students and teachers can sit in the library and they can access the online electronic resources. We are having a lease line connection with the speed of 32 Mbps. The college is having institutional repository. The in-house college management software for e-learning is in place in our college, and above all, our library is fully automated library with the Libman software, and all the accession of the books is done automatically, and every book in the library is having barcode, and a barcode reader is there, and with the use of this barcode technique, the books are given to the students and received back. So I request all the students to make use of the rich facilities of our knowledge resource center. Now, one important peculiarity of our library is that I have already said that our founder president, Dr. Panjabrao Allai Bhausaheb Deshmukh, was the member of the committee constituted for the preparation of Indian Constitution. And dear students, the Constitution of a copy of Constitution of India is there in our library. Anytime you can visit to our library and we can see the copy of Constitution of India, where we can see that at the last there are signatures of all the members of the draft committee of Indian Constitution, and there we find that there is a signature of our beloved Dr. Panjabrao Allai Bhausaheb Deshmukh also. This is a great pride for us that the founder of our society was instrumental in drafting the Indian Constitution, and the copy of the same Constitution of India is there in our library. Whenever you come to library, once the physical classes starts, you can contact our librarian, Dr. Dakhode, and you can see the copy of the Constitution of India. which is placed in our library. Now, as far as the facilities available are concerned, our college campus is having a very good ambience, which is friendly for the physically challenged students and persons also. We are having a ramp, we are having a wheelchair, we are having a lift facility for block B and block C. We are having state-of-the-art sophisticated conference hall. We are having in-campus bank ATM. The Central Bank of India, Dhantoli branch is within our campus itself. Many of the modern ICT facilities are available in most of the classes. As I have said, we are running a 100 capacity girls hostel, and to keep our girls fit and healthy, we are having a modern gym for our girls students. The modern gym for girls is also there in place in the hostel premises. Talking about the girls hostel, I will say that it is located in the college premises. We are having excellent mess and canteen. Hygienic and quality food is provided to the girls. Comfortable and homely stay and conducive atmosphere for studies is peculiarity of our girls hostel. We provide well furnished, spacious, airy rooms, nutritious food, hot and cold water, security services at very nominal rates. The girls hostel is also facilitated with a television, computer, Wi-Fi in the reading room. The warden of the girls hostel is Mrs. Kalpana Dhuma. Sorry for the inconvenience. Technical error was there that led to disconnection of my system. So again, I was talking of the facilities at the girls hostel, and once the government start the classes physically, we will be admitting the students in our girls hostel also. So for that, you will have to register in your girls hostel register those students, those girl students who are willing to have accommodation in our girls hostel. Next, as far as the student support services are concerned, the college provides support services to the students the college provides support services to the students in addition to the classroom experience and contribute directly to the welfare of the overall growth of students. We do have a students council, and in charge for that students council is Professor Gunjate from the Department of Chemistry, and he is going to interact with you during the student induction program. The student council promotes and encourages the involvement of students in organizing college activities. It also identifies and help to solve problems encountered by students. Apart from this, the college executes various welfare schemes. The welfare schemes include life insurance for the students of the college, college student responsibility fund, the CSR fund, the book bank scheme, and remedial coaching. Now, the life insurance scheme is extended for the students of college, wherein with a nominal premium of per year, the insurance company is giving the insurance facility for the students in case of accident or death. I am very happy to share with you that from this year onwards, our RTM Nagpur University has also started the insurance facility for all the students of affiliated to RTM Nagpur University with a nominal fees, a nominal premium. But this insurance scheme for our students, we are having in place since 8 to 10 years. This year we will be having insurance scheme of our own college, and from next year onwards we will participate with the insurance scheme introduced by the RTM Nagpur University. The second welfare scheme introduced by our RTM Nagpur University is that of College Student Responsibility Fund. Now, this College Student Responsibility Fund is a scheme where a fund is raised by the contribution of the teaching and non-teaching staff members. The teaching and non-teaching staff members every month contribute minimum 100 rupees to this CSR fund, College Student Responsibility Fund. And with this College Student Responsibility Fund, what we do is we help the poor and needy students to make payment of their university examination fees. We sponsor them for participation in national, international level events. Those events may be of sports, may be of cultural activities, or maybe of some extracurricular activities. So this CSR scheme has been launched last year. We are very well this CSR scheme in our college. So I take this opportunity to appeal all the students of our college who are needy to make use of this CSR fund scheme. Again, the in charge for this is Professor Gunjate, who will be interacting with you and will be sharing the details of the scheme with you all. Then the prominent activities that are conducted in our college include student induction program, bridge courses, cultural activities, science exhibition, games, value education, personality development programs, etc. As I was talking about the academic activities of the students, we also have a vibrant placement cell in our college, the training and placement cell headed by Madam Pooja Dade and her team. I am happy to share with you that every year many of the students of our college, whether it is UG or PG, get placed in various companies which are visiting our campus for the placement drive. The college offers free counseling, it provides the training and placement cell provides information and guidance to students regarding hands-on experience and employment opportunities. It also regularly organizes workshops and training sessions on communication skills and personality development. In our college, there is a counseling and guidance cell in place. The college offers free counseling service and conducts sensitizing workshops, training programs to create awareness and learn coping skills and strengthen the mental health of the students as well as staff members. Yuva Mahotsav is one of the important annual event of our college. That Yuva Mahotsav we organize every year during the birth anniversary celebrations of our founder president Dr. Panjabrao Allai Bhausaheb Deshmukh. The birth anniversary happens to be on 27th of December, and during those auspices we organized the Yuva Mahotsav where we celebrate the birth anniversary of our founder president Dr. Bhausaheb Deshmukh, and various activities, extracurricular, sports activities, cultural activities are organized in this Yuva Mahotsav for the students. Then another important aspect of student support services includes the NSS and NCC. The National Service Scheme, we are having a unit of Rashtrasanta Tukaramji Maharaj National Service Scheme having 100 student participation, and Professor Utale from the Department of Chemistry is NSS Program Officer. He is also going to talk with you during this SIP, and he will share with you the details of NSS activities of our college. Then we also have a NCC Girls Maharashtra Battalion unit at our college with a capacity of 100 girls. It is the unit of girl students only, and the motto is unity and discipline. The associate NCC officer is Miss Apurva Puladi Madam from the Department of Geology. She is also going to share with you the details regarding the NCC activities that are carried out in our college. So dear students, this is all about the college and the college premises and the facilities available in our college. So I take this opportunity to appeal all the newly admitted students to make maximum use of these facilities, infrastructure which is available in our college. Above all, I am confident that your stay for these 3 years for your graduation will be very fruitful. One thing I have forgot to mention, that we are having a dedicated, caring teaching staff members who are always ready to look after the students. We are having a galaxy of luminaries in almost every department. Every faculty member of our college is competent, a scholar, a dedicated teacher, and a devoted learner also. I am very proud to say that this college is having 15 professors in various departments. We are having almost 40 plus assistant professors, associate professors, and professors in various departments, plus there are many ad hoc teachers and contributory teachers who are there for discharging the duties of teaching learning activity. As this is one of the highly sought after college, I will share with you that all the students who are admitted to first year BSc and BCA, I will share with you that almost 2000 applications were received for BSc course and almost 650 applications were received for BCA. So again, you are very fortunate that you could get admission in this highly sought after college for the courses BSc and BCA. Again, I welcome you all and congratulate you all for being a part of this institution. Let us work hard for the glory of this institution. Let us make ourselves ready for facing the challenges in the outside world. I also appeal our students to be realistic, know our strengths, to be honest with yourself and honest with your teachers and fellow students, and this will definitely help to become a good citizens of our great India. And obviously, this college, all the stakeholders of this college are bound to contribute to the nation building. Thank you very much. With these words, I take your leave. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving information to newly admitted students and to all of us. If anyone is having any question, you can ask, please.
We have allotted some time for your questions, and we teachers can reply to your queries. If you have any questions, you can put on your mic and pose a question.
If not, I will continue. Now I request Dr. Deshmukh ma'am for vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to all of you. Firstly, I will pay my humble homage to our founder, president, late Dr. Panjabrao S. Bhausaheb Deshmukh and Rashtrasanta Tukroji Maharaj. Honorable principal, teachers, and my dear students. Today, I am very happy for 5 days induction program, which has been started. We are really honored to have Professor M.P. Dhore sir, principal of our institution, for addressing and giving us brief knowledge about late President Dr. Panjabrao S. Bhausaheb Deshmukh and about our society, that is Shri Shivaji Shikshan Society, Amravati, various activities and awards, and also giving idea about our institution. Please accept our gratitude, sir. Thank you, sir. Professor Anwane sir has briefly introduced about the motto behind the student induction program. सर ने हमको 2 राह बताई हैं, कौन सी राह आपको चुनी है, ये आपको डिसाइड करना पड़ेगा हमेशा. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank Dr. K. sir for technical support. Thank you, sir. Today's comparer Pushpa Samarkar madam for her efforts and wonderful comparing. Thank you, ma'am. Last but not least, Thank you, our beloved audience, students, teaching, non-teaching staff, to make this function a great success, grand success. Thank you. Sir, can we conclude?
I would
Yes,
like
madam.
to remind the students and all faculty members that tomorrow we'll be having a session in which the expert from outside, that is Mr. Raja Akash, renowned psychologist and a public speaker, will address our students, and our honorable principal sir will preside over the function. So I request all the stakeholders, teachers, students to join the program at right time as per the schedule that is provided and the link that is provided. Over to you, Doris, sir.
Thank you. I think we can conclude now. Thanksgiving is also over. So, being a principal of the institution, I thank all of you for this wonderful organization. And I also thank the participating students. Thank you, all of you. Good day.
So with the permission of principal, I conclude today's session. Thank you.